So today we're gonna discuss about the structure of the antibody. So first of all, we need to understand that what is antibodies. So antibodies are the structure. What they are for the protection. For the protection, they protect against the foreign particle. Okay, the particle or the strange particle is coming from outside in our body, so antibodies, it protect us from that, it fight against that bacteria. The foreign particle can be bacteria, it can be fungi, or you can say it can be a virus. Okay, so like the antibodies, as we know that these are secreted from where? These are secreted from the B lymphocyte, and we know that B lymphocyte then again divide into the plasma cells and the so they secrete antibodies are secreted from the B lymphocyte. B, I'm writing B cells, B lymphocytes or B cells, and from the B cells, as we know that it divided into plasma. Then plasma make those antibodies. Plasma is for the production of the antibodies, plus we have the B lymphocyte are divided into plasma and memory cells. So what's the purpose of memory cell? Memory cell will keep the record. It will keep the record against the antigen, like what type of the antibodies are made against that antigen. So this is what the B lymphocyte have two type. So like antibodies are work in the third line of defense. As we know that what is third line of defense? When the first and the second line of defense is failed, so the third line of defense is activated, works in third line of defense. And antibodies for the different antigen is specific, means antibodies are specific in nature. For example, the antigen of the क्या बोलते हैं, as we know that antigen is like a pathogen, so antigen of the COVID will make the antibodies of the COVID. They will not make the antibodies, like those antibodies that are made for the COVID will not work on the rabies virus. Okay, so antibodies are specific in nature. They are specific, they have the specific antibodies for the specific antigen. Also, thus they are also known as the immunoglobulin. And those immunoglobulin have many types, we're gonna discuss that as well. So the antibody, now we are moving towards the antibodies structure. This was the little detail about it. So now we're gonna move the structure of the antibody. So antibodies are in the Y shape. What they are? They are in the Y shape. Okay, they are the Y shape structures. Let me write over here this structure. They are what? They are Y shape. So antibodies have like they are made up of glycoprotein. That is like glyco means aldose. Okay, it is a functional group, so they are made from glycoprotein. Simple as that. Okay, so they have two regions, the variable region and then the constant region. So we're gonna discuss that what are now the structure of the antibodies. So it is, as I told you, that it is in Y shape. So it exactly is in Y shape. We're gonna discuss that it have the regions called, it have two regions, the variable region and the constant region, and it have four chains, two light chains and two heavy chains. Okay, between these chains there is a bridge of disulfide, and that bridge is made up of, it's connected by the polypeptide chain. They are connected by the polypeptide. So let us discuss the antibodies in the detail. Okay, I'm gonna make the diagram over here. So let me make the antibody. This is the heavy chain. Okay, this is the heavy chain. As I told you that there are two heavy chains. So this is the heavy chain. Okay, and this is the light chain. Okay, this is the light chain. So they are, as I told you, that they are made up of what? They are made up of the glycoprotein. So they have the sequence of the amino acid. Okay, they all do have the sequence of the amino acids. And as I told you that they have the variable side and the constant side. So where the question arises that where does the antigen attach? Where does the antigen attach to the antibody? So the antigen always attach to the variable side. Okay, let me tell you the variable side first. As we know that the antigen is a pathogen or a virus that destroy our body. So antigen attach to variable side. To variable region. Okay, let me highlight that what is the variable region and what's the constant region. Okay, this region is known as the variable region. Okay, this region is known as the variable region, and whereas this region is known as what? This is the constant region. Okay, as I have told you that what is the variable region and what is the constant region. So at this upper part, that is the variable region, this is the variable region V, and this part is known as the constant region. Okay, at this point, like at the here upper point, the antigen are being attached, okay, to read or to make the antibody. So antigen are being attached, okay, here at this point. So like now here are the disulfide bonds. Okay, so we're gonna count, see it properly, we're gonna count it. So here on the variable side there is the disulfide bond. What it is? We have the disulfide bond. Now listen it properly, that we have four disulfide bonds. Okay, disulfide bond, we have four disulfide bond. Okay, so how they are? Like disulfide bond means like one sulfur will be on the heavy chain. This is the heavy chain, this is the light chain. Okay, so one sulfur will be on the heavy chain and another sulfur will be on the light chain. One sulfur will be on the heavy chain, another sulfur will be having on the another chain. So this is 1, this is 2, and the rest of will be coming here. 1, then 2, 1, 2. So these are 4 now. In counting that these are 4. So what are the disulfide bond? When the sulfur on the heavy chains will be attached with the the light chain of the sulfur, so they are called the disulfide bonds. Okay, this is what the disulfide bonds are known as. Now we are talking about the sulfur loop. Now we have the sulfur loop. How many sulfur loop we have? Sulfur loop. We have the sulfur loop of sulfur loop are 12. Okay, how they are? So let us see. So sulfur loop bonds are total 11. Let me make the diagram of the antibodies again. Let's see how. Okay, God, I don't know what is happening. This is the heavy chain, or you can say long chain. This is the light chain. Okay, so as we know that this is the variable part, this is also the variable part, and this is the constant part. As I told you, this part and this part is the constant part. So sulfur loop are the bonds between the long chains. As I told you, the disulfur bonds are the bond between the long chain and the light chain, but here the sulfur bonds are between the long chain. Like one long chain contain 4 bonds. Like this is 1, then this is 2, 3 and 4. Okay, one bond, 2 bond, 3 bond and 4 bond. Okay, then here another long chain contain 1 bond, 2 bond, 3 bond, 4 bond. So 4 and 4 combinedly are 8 bond. Now here another 4 bonds are present. These are known as the sulfur bridges. So on the constant side there are 4 bonds. Okay, so when we plus them both, so they will be 12. Okay, so let me write this. What is sulfur loop? The bond between long chain. Only long chain will be participating in this bond. But talking about disulfide bond, so one long, or you can say heavy, and one short chain will make the sulfur bonding on the sharing purpose. Okay, so this is what the loops are known as. So antibodies, this was the structure of the antibody. So at the starting, as I told you, that antibodies are also known as immunoglobulin. So immunoglobulin can be of many types. Ig, we're going to discuss about the important one, IgG. So what's the purpose of it? This is the antibody that come from the placenta. Okay, it come from the placenta of the mother. Okay, of mother. When the baby is in the womb, so that is known as placenta. Then from placenta to fetus. Okay, when the baby is not coming in outside from the body of the mother, so that is known as the fetus. Till that the baby is considered the fetus, so there the antibodies are being made. Okay, that is known, that antibodies are known as IgG. Now talking about the IgE. So IgE antibodies work against to the allergy. That allergy can be in our skin. Okay, so that antibodies work against the allergy with the mast cells. Okay, now talking about the last but not the least, there are many as well, because I'm going to discuss about the specific one, IgA. IgA antibodies are coming from the, or you can obtain through the colostrum. What is now colostrum? Colostrum is the first milk of mothers. It contains a lot of nutrients and it is very important. Some people consider it very like a very rough milk, but it is very essential for the baby growth and to make the immune power good. So first milk, it is very important of the mother. So that is that this antibodies can be obtained from the colostrum of the mother. Okay, so this is what the antibodies like. Antibodies can be of two types, passive and active. Passive, like if I talk about the passive, let me write here. It can be passive. Passive means from mother, means the antibodies from mother to child. That antibodies are known as the passive. And the active antibodies are the for the specific epitope. Okay, as we know that all the antibodies are for the specific epitope. So the active antibodies, what they are like they are made, they are produced in our cell after the birth. Okay, so when like for example, I'm going to give you the example of IgB, BCG. BC is the like the antibody against the tuberculosis, TB, where that we usually call. So that antibody is put in our human body, then plasma cell will make the antibody. So these antibodies are produced by ourselves. Okay, so that is known as the active antibodies. I hope this concept is clear now.